The house in Bethany was heavy with the smell of myrrh, expensive oil, and despair. 4 days had passed since we lowered Lazarus, our brother, into the cool, dark belly of the cave tomb outside the village. My name is Martha. I am the one who keeps things moving, the one who organizes the grief, feeds the mourners, and keeps the lamps lit. My sister Mary is the one who sits still, letting the grief consume her, lost in the memory of Lazarus's laugh. It was Mary's fault, really. Or perhaps mine, for believing so completely. When Lazarus first fell ill, we hadn't sent a messenger asking for healing. We had sent a quiet, confident plea. Lord, the one you love is sick. We expected our friend Jesus to drop everything and rush to us. He had healed strangers with a word. Surely he would spare a few miles for the man he called friend. But he did not come. Instead, the messenger returned with a confounding reply.
This sickness will not end in death. No, it is for God's glory.
Lazarus died that very afternoon. The moment he drew his last breath, our confusion curdled into a deep, stinging betrayal. The prophecy felt hollow, like an empty promise left standing in the sun. Where was the glory in this stench of death? When word finally reached me, 4 days after the burial,
Jesus is coming.
That Jesus was near the village, I did not wait. I left Mary sitting amid the weeping women and hurried down the path. My robes catching dust. I met him in the desolate space outside Bethany, and the dam I had been holding back broke.
Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died.
The words were not an accusation. They were the bare, broken truth. He listened, his eyes holding a depth I couldn't fathom, and then he spoke.
Your brother will rise again,
He promised.
I know he will rise at the resurrection on the last day.
I retorted, because I knew the scriptures. Jesus took a step closer, and the crowd of mourners trailing me seemed to vanish.
I am the resurrection and the life.
He stated, his voice ringing with absolute, terrifying authority.
The one who believes in me will live, even though they die. Do you believe this, Martha?
I fell into the only solid ground I had left.
Yes, Lord. I believe that you are the Messiah, the Son of God.
I returned for Mary, and the raw power of her anguish was the same as mine, only louder. When she saw him, she threw herself at his feet, repeating my exact, aching truth.
Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died.
Seeing her, seeing the crowds weeping their manufactured tears, something shifted in Jesus. He was deeply moved, troubled in spirit.
Where have you laid him?
He demanded. We led him to the place. It was a cave cut into the hillside. The entrance sealed with a massive, perfectly round stone. It was dusty, silent, and final. And then Jesus did the strangest thing. He, the one who knew the ending of the story, the one who had just claimed to be life, wept. The silent tears streaming down his face were more powerful than any sermon. They showed us that he didn't just understand our sorrow. He shared it. He hated what death had done.
Come out! Roll away the stone!
Jesus commanded. I recoiled. The thought was unbearable.
Lord, by this time there is as a bad odor. For he has been dead 4 days.
The smell was the proof of finality. If we opened that tomb, we would only unleash rot and regret.
Did I not tell you that if you believed, you would see the glory of God?
His tone soft but firm. The men strained and groaned, shoving the stone until it scraped clear of the entrance. A heavy, fetid smell immediately drifted out. The crowd took an instinctive step back. It was dark inside, utterly silent. Jesus lifted his eyes to the heavens and spoke a quick public prayer of thanksgiving, so everyone knew the power he was about to unleash came from God. Then he turned his face back to the black mouth of the cave. He took a deep breath, and his voice, loud and commanding, shattered the silence of death.
Lazarus, come out!
The air vibrated. The silence broke. A rustling sound came from inside the dark. It was him. His hands and feet were still bound tightly with the linen strips used for burial, so he hobbled and shuffled. His face was still wrapped in the cloth that covered the dead. A walking impossibility. Then, slowly, laboriously, a figure began to move toward the light. Chaos erupted. People screamed, some cheered. and some simply stood frozen in disbelief. Jesus looked at the spectacle. His friend returned. He gave his final command to the stunned onlookers.
Take off the grave clothes and let him go!
In that moment, I understood. His delays were not his denials. The grave had no claim where his voice was heard. And as Lazarus stepped into the light, so did my faith, fully, fearlessly, forever.
I created this video using AI tools with deep respect for Bible and its sacred stories. I understand that no one can perfectly show the true events as they really happened, and what I made is only a creative interpretation. My work may not be completely accurate and is limited by my own imagination and what these tools can do. I kindly ask your understanding if I missed some details or if something seems different from what is written in the Bible. Please know it was not my intention to change or disrespect the story in any way. I apologize for any mistakes that hope you still find meaning in what I have shared.